of how well your performance goes is determined by your body language and confidence level. Speech is power. Speech is to persuade, to convert, to compel. A very good morning to our principal, Brother Hector Pinto, and Brother Sato D'Souza, our esteemed judges, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, we all have gathered here to witness a synchronized elocution competition of the senior school.
We extend a warm welcome to you all. Let me introduce the judges for today's competition. Mrs. Shivani Rubinath, Brother Sato D'Souza, Ms. Nija West, and our tabulator for today is Mr. Rakesh Bhatt. Please give a big round of applause for our judges. Held in two phases, where 9A competes with 9B and 10A competes with 10B. I shall now acquaint you with the points that have been kept in mind during the preparation of this competition. The total duration of each poem must not exceed 7 minutes. The focus is on voice modulation, clarity and speech. Makeup and change in costume is restricted and all students are to adhere to proper school uniform with white shirts. Use of props other than charts or placards is prohibited.
An elocution competition is the art of public speaking. It gives students an opportunity to combat their biggest fear, that is stage fright. It also allows the competitors to connect with the audience and to understand the concepts of articulation, voice modulation, and teamwork.
Having said that, we begin the competition. First up, we have class 9A on stage. They will recite the poem The Pied Piper of Hamelin by Robert Browning. Browning was an English poet and playwright whose dramatic monologues put him high among Victorian poets. He was noted for irony, characterization, social commentary, and challenging vocabulary. This poem narrates the story of a small town situated near the river Weser. The people of the town were fed up with several problems due to innumerable rats in town. It's an entertaining poem about the importance of telling the truth and keeping one's promises.
The Pied Piper of Hamelin by Robert Browning.
In the rickety old town of Hamelin in medieval Germany, rats once became such a menace as to drive townsfolk almost crazy. When the town elders assembled in a meeting with the mayor, a strange-looking man holding a pipe appeared before them. "I'll rid you of the rats," he said, and asked for a huge sum. The mayor at last agreed to give him the gold. He asked,
Into the street a piper stepped, smiling first a little smile, as if he knew what magic slept in his quiet pipe the while. Then, like a musical adept, to blow the pipe his lips he wrinkled, and green and blue his sharp eyes twinkled, like a candle flame where salt is sprinkled. And ere 3 shrill notes the pipe muttered, you heard as if an army muttered, and the muttering grew to a grumbling, and the grumbling grew to a mighty rumbling, and out of the house the rats came tumbling.
"Great rats,
Small rats,
lean rats,
brawny rats,
brown rat, black rats,
grey rats,
tawny rat,
Brave old curdlers, gay young friskers, fathers, mothers, uncles, cousins, cocking gales and pricking whiskers, families by tens and dozens, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, followed the piper for their lives, from street to street he piped advancing, and step for step they followed dancing, until they came to the river Weser, where it all plunged and perished, save one who stout as Julius Caesar swam across and lived to carry.
The town of Hamelin had been rid of rats, and the people rejoiced. But the ungrateful councillors did not keep their promise to the Pied Piper and turned him away. Little did they knew what fate would befall them for their wickedness.
Once more he stepped into street, and to his lips again laid his long pipe of smooth straight cane, and here he
as yet musician's cunning never gave the raptured tale.
There was a rustling that seemed like a bustling of merry crowds jostling and bitching and hustling. Small feet were pattering, wooden shoes clattering, little hands clapping and little tongues chattering. And like fowls in a farmyard where barley is scattering, out came the children running, all the little boys and girls, with rosy cheeks and flaxen curls, and sparkling eyes and teeth like pearls, praying and skipping and merrily after the wonderful music with shouting and laughter.
Thus punished, the townsfolk of Hamlin could only curse their fate. Of the children, only a little lame boy was saved, as he could not walk fast enough to reach the mountainside before it closed.
Thank you.
Presenting their poem called Alone by Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar wrote this poem when he was 21 years of age. The poem remained unpublished until 1875. The sentiment expressed in the poem is indeed something that many of us can relate to from our teenage years and youth. Feeling all alone and that we are a misfit in the world around us, not just physically, but we are also emotionally alone.
Alone by Edgar Allan Poe. From childhood's heart, I have not been as others were. I have not seen as others saw. I could not bring my passion from a common spring. From the same source, I have not taken my sorrow. I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone. And all I loved alone. Then, in my childhood, in the dawn of a more stormy life, was drawn from every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold, from the lightning in the sky as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm and the cloud that took the form, when the rest of heaven was gloom of a demon in my view.
1, 2, 3.
These had come from so many countries to run for the gold, for the silver and bronze. Many weeks and months in training, all building up to the games. All round the field spectators were gathered, cheering on all the young women and men. Then the final event of the day was approaching, the last race about to begin. The loudspeakers called out the names of the runners. The 100 meters, the race to be run. And 9 young athletes stood there determined and poised for the sound of the gun. The signal was given. The pistol exploded. And so did the runners on hearing the sound. But, oh, the youngest among them stumbled and staggered, and he fell on his knees to the ground. He gave out a cry of frustration and anguish. His dreams and his efforts dashed in the dirt. But as sure as I am standing here telling the story, now it's a strange one. But here's what occurred. The 8 other athletes stopped in their tracks. The ones who had trained for so long to compete. One by one they turned round and came back to help him and lifted the lad to his feet. Then all 9 runners joined hands and continued. The 100 meters reduced to a walk. And the banner above them said, Special Olympics. Could not have been nearer the mark. That's how the race ended, with 9 gold medals. They came to the finish line, holding hands still. And the banner above them and 9 smiling faces said more than these words ever will. Said more than these words ever will.
Thank you.
To wind up for the day, we have Class 10A reciting "To Train to Hell" by Valerie Doran. A boy boards a hell-bound train and is surprised to see an array of travelers on it, including people of all age groups, even those few whom he was acquainted with. This makes him reflect on his wrongdoings. Where the train leads him is what we'll get to know in this eloquent presentation by the students of Class 10A.
The Train to Hell by Valerie Doran.
I got the train to hell today, a dark and bumpy ride. So many souls were huddled there, full packed it was inside, with men and women children too. It was a great surprise. So many people that I knew were set before my eyes. Because she gave me so much strife, and little Johnny heard his cries, because he plucked the wings of flies. Oh, then, there was that sad old dame, who spent her whole life on a lane. Old Joshua, without remorse, had truly battered his old horse. Hands in hands, a guy got frank, and meanly robbed a village bank. And then a pensioner he mugged, because he said that he was drunk. And then there's me, oh such a crime. I wrote a verse that didn't rhyme. And furthermore, I don't see fit. The rest of it I should admit. Clicking legs along the lines, still puffing out its steam. That poor old train came out of a hall.
Thank God, this all was just a dream.
That there is place for only one act at all. That one is remembered as the winner, but the others are known as learners. Mark my words, in a competition, there are no losers. The results are ready, and without much ado, I'd like to invite Brother Hector on stage to announce the winners.
Yeah, good afternoon. First of all, I want to thank the teachers. I think Mrs. Bhavan was in charge overall. Yes, and the coordinators for organizing this elocution. I want to thank the judges. It's not a very easy job. Okay, there were 3 judges and I got the results. And actually I want to thank all the students who have participated here. We have been having elocution every year except for the 2 years. We must learn to speak well. Elocution helps us to communicate with each other. And all the poems that have been written, when you say it nicely, you feel like listening to it. Finally, the results. Between 9A and 9B, the first place goes to class 9B. I request Brother Sato, the class teacher and the captain, please come. Class teacher and the class captain. Class teacher is not here. Okay, the captains. Please receive the sweets. Yes, very good. Congratulations. One packet. One packet. One packet. Okay. And between 10A and 10B, very close fight. The first place goes to 10B. Class leaders and the class teacher, please come here. Thank you.
Come.